what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how.
Hi everyone, happy Sunday to you all. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The girl here, Beckyciana. I'm excited. I'm gonna cook a pumpkin for my daughter. So we go straight to I'm gonna show you how to cook it for a toddler. So we go straight to our cooking. If you're new to my YouTube channel, remember to subscribe, like, share, watch, and comment. Hit that subscription button to get all the notifications. Love you all.
Hi everyone. So I started by washing my pumpkin. As you can see, I washed it thoroughly. So from there, after washing the pumpkin, I took my chopping board. I had to cut the pumpkin into 2 larger pieces. I kept the tray aside because my sink is not that big, so I had to cut the pumpkin into 2 big pieces. You can see me struggling there cutting it. It was not that easy, it was very hard. So I cut it, you see. Wow, I just love it like that. I love it. So from there, my daughter has so much things, so I cut it into small pieces. I removed the seeds. I started now, after removing the seeds, I started chopping it. I chopped it so that I didn't want to slice it that way, so I had to chop it. You see, beside me was the tap running water. I started washing and cutting them. And remember, my daughter was in the background, so she kept me doing things very fast. I had to mute the voice because it had so much noise. She was crying all over. There was some noise from the TV too. That is why I had to do it like that. Then I had to add the speed so that the video could run fast, or else it would have gone even for an hour. So I decided let it go like that. So you can see me struggling to cut it like that and chopping it. Yeah, after that, you see me, I'm slicing it and chopping it. So from there was another. I continued doing whatever I was doing. You can see me chopping it. Yeah. I washed them thoroughly. You can see I washed my tray. I started placing them on the tray. See the way they look good. You may think they are mangoes or papaya. See, next point, placed them aside. I took the other. Yeah, I continued like that. So I had to start slicing them. Remember, I had to chop them now, or dice them into not that small, but I had to dice them into equivalent size or equal size because I wanted to fry them. So you can see me slicing them or dicing them. So I kept chopping them like that until I was done. You can see they were draining some water. You see them? Sorry. Sorry. So from there I went to the next step, started preparing my onion since I was to fry them. I tested my first knife, it was very blunt. I had to take another knife, so I did it like that. Removed the sorry, I've got some glue. Yeah, so I remembered I had not rinsed my chopping board, so I had to rinse it. That is the water that I had washed with the pumpkin. I rinsed well my chopping board. I returned them to the sink since the air is not that big. Yeah. After that, my daughter was asking for a spoon from me, so I took a spoon and gave it to her to give me some peace. Started chopping the onion. You can see me chopping the onion. You can see me changing my face. She was a bit nagging, so I wanted to do it. She's in the background crying, so I had to balance everything.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
So from there I went to the fridge and I took some tomatoes, have frozen them. I checked the tomatoes which have maybe some black spots so as not to let the others go bad. I have so much tomatoes, so I had to pick some tomatoes. My girl also was crying for some, so I had to pick the ones that I saw they were enough. So you can see me picking. I picked, checking if there is another one going bad. I took it back to the others. I took them back to the fridge, the freezer area.
Good wash in the fridge.
My daughter was still crying. She wanted the tomato. So after putting them in the fridge, I came back and washed the tomatoes so well. I washed them. After washing them, I took one that I had to cut well. And so it's clean. I cut it into 4 pieces, put it in a bowl and gave it to my daughter so that she would eat as I continued with my preparation. I took the pan, choose the pan, took the pan. I added the onion or put the onion on it like that, as you can see. After adding the onion, I decided now to blend, no, not to blend, to grate the garlic. It was 2 pieces, they were 2 pieces, so I had to grate them like that so that it could be evenly spread well in the pumpkin. So I had to blend it like that. Not to blend, sorry, I'm used to blending. I had to grate it like that, as you can see. I took some oil. I put one enough oil to cook. Then I took some, after adding some oil, I took my tin with some spices. I added some beef masala. My girl was thinking it was sugar. So excuse me, sorry, I added some beef masala, as you can see. After that, I took some paprika. I added not that much because it tastes not good for me, but I have to add it. That taste, if you add too much, it will not be good. So after that, I kept them aside. I kept them aside. I took some black pepper. I have some black pepper with me. I added the black pepper. You can see me holding it. I added the black pepper. After adding the black pepper, I took the salt. I added some salt. You can see I added some salt over there. After the salt, I had some Royco cube. I took a Royco cube, one Royco cube, and added it to the onion. Yeah. After adding it, you can see I added it. I had to mix it well using my plastic spoon. You can see how they mixed well, like that. After that, I had to light up my gas. You see, I decided my gun was like she wanted to come down, so I took the matchbox, lit the gas, and placed my cooking pot with the ingredients inside. I had to cover it to let the onion to cook until they are translucent or golden brown. As I was doing all that, I shifted back to the sink area. I had to now slice or chop or dice the tomatoes. Here you can see. I had to remove the bad tomato like that. Yeah, I felt it was on the other side. This other side was okay. So I did it like that. I removed all the black spots that I could see. I removed all and the stem area. So you can see. I now started. Yeah, you see, I'm removing everything that is black. I now started slicing them or dicing them or chopping them. The best time you can use it's upon you. I diced them into small pieces, as you can see.
Mama? Yeah, eat your tomatoes. Slice them and chop them.
So once I was done, my girl was
on that
so
side,
annoying,
the kitchen.
and also I had to set my camera to face down the kitchen area, the cooking area I mean. So I checked and I saw the onion had cooked so well. The mixture of the spices and the ingredients were very okay. So after that I had to wear the gloves since my pot was getting hot. So I mixed so well, you can see it had already mixed so well. So I took the tomatoes and added the tomatoes, mixed so very well. I added the tomatoes. After that I had to mix it well and to cover it so as to let the tomatoes cook and bring it out its soup to be soft and tender. So I mixed it so well and covered it to cook. My daughter was in the background, that is why you see me talking over there. So I mixed so well. I continued mixing so well. You can see so very well. So after there, I covered it to let the tomatoes cook. Yeah. So after that, I had to clean the sink area. So I started wiping. It was a matter of just wiping so that I could return the cups and the plates, since I do not have the other area to put them. So I wiped it so well and I ensured that everything was clean. I placed the cup where they are supposed to be. Yeah, I took the plates too and placed them also there. You can see. After that, I arranged everything into its right area. So after that, I had to check if the tomatoes, my daughter was crying, so I had to carry her with me so that I could continue cooking. You see, she was crying. She wanted me to carry her. So after that, I had to check if the tomatoes had cooked. I was showing her that I'm gonna cook her some pumpkin. After that, I tried seating her, but she refused. She would cry. So I checked and saw it was already well. It had softened, but since she was crying, I had to carry her with me so that I could now add I set my camera so well, you see, me adjusting the camera so that I could add the pumpkin to the cooking pot.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all.
So I added it. You can see me adding it slowly by slowly, since while on the other hand I was holding my daughter, so I had to use one hand. I kept adding and mixing so well so as to let it mix well. Yeah, I did until I was done. You can see I started mixing it so well to ensure it mixed well and combined well.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed,
So you can see I'm done. That is how it looks like. I had to add some Royco cube salt.
Fried
Now
pumpkin.
there I added some black pepper. See the way it looks good? Wow.
Wow.
You may think it's even ready, and it's by I was starting to fry them. So after that, she agreed to sit. I added some water, as you can see. Half a liter. I added some water. After that, I had to taste to feel the taste if it was good, the salt was enough. I felt no, so I found the salt was not enough and the flavor was not good. So I added some salt once again. You see me putting some salt. I had to add some salt again. And also I decided to add a Royco cube for the flavor. I added a Royco cube like that. So after that, see me adding the Royco cube for the flavor. After that, I added some more water. Mixed so well. Then
so that it will not be one side has so much salt and the other side has no salt.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now.
Cover it for about 15 to 20
Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you.
So guys,
I covered it and let it cook now. So I was to do other chores as I waited for the food to cook. You can see I
think it's now ready.
I had
Our pumpkin
added
is
some
ready.
egg. You can see an egg there for my
So
daughter.
I'm gonna make a puree
An egg.
for my daughter. She's feeding, so she's not feeding.
Our pumpkin is ready. So from there I took the blender, my bowl, I put some pumpkin, the cooked pumpkin. I added them to the blender. After adding them to the blender, I added some soup. I had started blending, then I felt it is very thick and the blender was about to stop suddenly. So I added some more soup onto it. You can see me adding some more soup onto it. So after adding the soup, you see I added the soup like that. After adding, I had to cover. I was cooking the egg, it was not ready, so I didn't have to remove the food from the gas. But the food was ready, so I was waiting for the egg to cook. So I decided, let me blend. I continue. You can see me blending. See, I felt now, so I had to add some more. You see, I added some more soup just from the pumpkin itself. So I blended it so very well, as you can see. Once I was done blending, as you can see, I took a bowl, I uncovered it. You see, it was very hot. Yeah, my blender can sustain even hot things. Yeah, I took a bubble. I put the puree on the bubble. You see? Oh, it looks so yummy, eye-catching to the eyes and to the soul. Hey man, very, very, very yummy. You can see, you can just see. I did it. I had to taste it to feel the taste since I was the chef. I tasted it. It was very hot, by the way. I tasted it. Wow, very yummy. I tested it, and since it was meant for my daughter, I had to make my daughter test it. You see me making it cool. So I took my daughter. She didn't want because she's teething. She has an issue. We have an issue fighting all over because she's not feeding. So I had to give her some puree. You see, I had to lie to her, take this so that I can breastfeed you. It was when she took it, you see. At least she tested it and I was happy. So after that, I was happy. You can see.
Preserving. So preserving puree for my daughter to be taken in 3 days.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole lot of meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So